In the TV show Supernatural, that I really don't watch all, but I'm quite familiar with it because I went on that show 2 times as an extra. I just got this magazine, from the grocery store line that was, 15 years of Supernatural. So I bought the book and, I've been flipping through it. And apparently, besides the two Winchester brothers, there's a third primary actor whose actor name I have no idea, but the character is known as Castiel. And he's supposed to be an angelic. We're just waiting for some words to come through. Oh, that's what I do too. This is an ad lib talk. Off the cuff. No prepared notes. So this is what I do with these talks. If there's no words, then I know, because I'm waiting for words. Anyway, we were talking about the TV show Supernatural and the character Castiel, who is supposed to be an angel. Now, generally speaking, angel, EL on the end of angel, and then you put that on the end of some other weird name, EL on the end means angelic. So Castiel, Castiel. The L part means he's an angel, and the Casti is his, personal name. But he's of the L, and the EL is somehow angelic. We're still waiting for words. The topic today is supernatural and the primary character called Castiel, who looks human, but according to the supernatural book, he's an angel. And I didn't watch the show Supernatural. When I'm flipping through this book, which is kind of talking about 15 years in retrospect of the TV show Supernatural. Castiel, we're told, is an angel. And it kind of lets you know in this supernatural book that Castiel has got superpowers. I have not watched the show, nothing to do with Castiel. I do. But I was on the show 2 times as an extra. So, it's an extra's viewpoint, an extra who was on the show but never watched the show on TV. And, it was like many years later, reflecting on my life and my memoirs and, the section called What Was Going On with Supernatural, the TV show, that I am attached to because I am on camera somewhere in that show. Ready for more words. That was a fire truck that went by with the siren. Universe is saying something of significance. Okay, I'm back waiting for words. Castiel was to be an angel on the TV show Supernatural. I don't like spiders and snakes, but I guess I'm not going to karaoke. Because it's Jim Stafford in the song I Don't Like Spiders and Snakes. And I was going to sing you more, but electronic harassment, remote neural monitoring torture device, just cut me off from singing. And that just shook me because there are people on the line on the other side of this remote neural monitoring machine that they're plugged into, and they've been living in this machine for so many years that they don't know a life outside of their virtual reality. These things that are, running this shit show, are they human? No, they're not. What kind of being are they? They're devils. What do they look like? It's not really known. In consciousness, they're considered evil entities. In Star Trek, the original series, there was an evil entity. There was quite a few of them. Quite a few of them. So, I don't know what's like. I don't know. What do you think? Evil shit things. Evil demons. Let's just call them what they are. They're demons. They're demons. Anyways, I was talking about Castiel, who apparently, according to the supernatural book, has got angelic superpowers. Anyways, where do we go from there? Well, I don't know. Because if Castiel is a Castiel, then what is a Castell? Because when I was in grade 3, 4, there was a girl in our class, Lisa Castell. She was a redheaded girl, and she was quite tall. She was bigger than me. She was bigger than all the boys. And she was bullied in a certain fashion. Nobody pushed her around physically. But people did emotionally abuse that girl. But people, us kids, better know, age 9, were very mean. We were very mean to Lisa Castell. The boys. I don't think the girls talked to Lisa. The boys didn't talk to Lisa. Did Lisa have anything to say? Lisa was really, really, really like Pipi Lon-stalk-ing. Really, really. I don't want to tell you, but in retrospect, if there was a real Pipi Lon-stalk-ing, in my lifetime, she played the part of Lisa Castell when I was 9 years old. What do we know about Pipi Longstocking? She is an icon. There's another word that's like icon. It's a word that means you're incredibly unique. Iconoclast. Is that it? Oh, that's weak. Is that all it was? I thought there was another word. Idiosyncrasy. What we think she did is a musical instrument when she was 9. She was playing the recorder. No one will ever forget Lisa Castell. What we used to do, us boys, we had 4 desks put together, and the 4 boys would do thumbs up. And if one of the boys did thumbs up like that, all of the boys had to do thumbs up. We all had to do thumbs up. And then we would say, thumbs up for Castell's germs. Castell germs. Thumbs up. I didn't invent this stupid game, but I was, if there was anybody who was going to be bullied on, the playground. Well, when I was 9 years old, I was clumsy. Clumsier than the other boys. I could ride a bike and everything, but, generally speaking, I was not the top athlete in my public school, Victoria Park School in Thunder Bay. The top athlete in those days, and modern day probably still, Norman McIver of the Chicago Blackhawks. I can't help you out, Norm. I can't help you out. I didn't get it to say Norm. I can't help you out, Norm. This is an electronic attack on Bobby Burrows. Norm used to call me Goggles Feistana because Fred Flintstone used to drive a car and he wore glasses, and that's what I did. In addition to all this fucking problem, I had these stupid glasses, that make it harder and harder to see when you're doing sports. So, if you just naturally kind of, not as good as, Joey McDonald, for example, is, very good athlete, very good hockey player, but, not Norman McIver's class, but still, if he played Foursquare, I'm the one that's always going to be the one that's bounced out in the Foursquare because him, Peter McDonald, Bruce Orrick were, better at it than me, the guy wearing glasses, but, that's what it was. I don't know, it's just they go after Lisa Castell, and when they're in the mood, I don't know, they go after anybody in those days. Not Norm McIver, though. No, not Norm. No, the guys I mentioned, me included. We did Castell's germs, thumbs up. Norm, no, because he was a year ahead of me. I don't know. It wasn't my class. He wasn't involved with Castell's germs. No. Was Norm McIver a gentleman when he was young? He was a guy. Rough and tumble, yeah. But generally speaking, was he, what you would call gentlemanly? Was he like a gentleman as a student? Yes. He wasn't a bad... No. I don't know what grades he got. But, he was well behaved in school. Yes, he was. Anyways, we have to give him the title of those days, Victoria Park School, as being, the best athlete that came out of those years. Castell, Lisa, Pipi Longstocking. Castiel, a character on the TV show Supernatural that I was an extra on 2 times. I never met another Castell in my whole life, and I've never met a Castiel. Who are famous Castells? Abbott and Costello. a comedy team from, I don't know, black and white movies. Elvis Costello, the singer. Castell. Cast, spell casting. Fly fishing or using casting rod instead. In a movie, the casting department goes and hires the actors. Cast. Castings are worm poop. She was cast in a bad light. Something happened and she was cast in a bad light. It just, I don't know. Cast. Castell, Castiel. The difference between the two words is a small letter I. A small letter I, in spiritual terminology, refers to capital I is God. Little I are humans. So really, if you were writing a sentence and using the personal pronoun capital I, you should reserve it only for God. And every other time, this is the way it should be according to spirituality. I know English grammar says that we use capital I for you, but it's incorrect. You should use small I when you're talking about yourself to be accurate spiritually. So Castiel is spelled with a small I. So Castiel's personality is that of a human and not that of God. Because they don't spell it cast, capital I-E-L, in the book about it. Someone is saying relevance, counselor, as if I'm a lawyer presenting a case to the judge or to the jury. You're still waiting for words. Winchester brothers. Winchester. I'm still waiting for words. I know I get really good. I'm almost falling asleep that last little bit because we're waiting for words for so long. I'm kidding. I don't know, sleepy tired. I'm like, I don't know. I done off in the middle of it. I don't know. There's no more words. Okay, we're going to move on from Winchester. Well, I don't know. There's a million things that might be related to the word Winchester. There's too many of them, and nothing seems to be moving my story forward. So I'm going to get past their name, Winchester, and we're going to go back to Castiel. CAS, CAS-9, zinc finger nucleases, molecular biology. Something called Cas9 is in molecular biology. Cas from Castell or Castiel. I don't think I'm going to get very far on Cas9, but I don't know. The end of the word Castiel is teal. The guy who replaced Steve Jobs at the head of Apple Computer, his last name's Teal. Paul Bernardo, the Scarborough rapist from the Toronto area. He changed his name when he to Paul Teal. Paul Teal's name is spelled the same way. No, it's not the same way. The color teal, and Paul Teal spells it with an E on the end of teal. I don't know. We're 23 minutes in, and I'm still waiting for words. So I guess I'll wait offline, and then when I get some more words, I'll go back. I can't do live because I don't do live, but I do recordings. So I'll do another recording when I get more words. Thank you for watching, and don't forget that one of my videos is never enough. Because if you want the full story and the full context of everything I'm talking about, you need to watch me every day. Because I am moving along with all kinds of information, primarily having to do with can't help you out because every day is a new thing. But it is accurate what I give you, and you won't get it anywhere else. You want the inside scoop? Well, I mean, you come here.